we are live, and we have to wait for a few seconds.
Exactly.
This is what we said we'd do. Just this. Put our hands in our cute faces. Yay!
Hello, everybody. Hello,
Hi,
Simone.
hi, everybody. Literally. The one thing we've got in common is we've all got a body. So Ryan and I wanted to come on and have a little chat with you all today about our bodies and the brilliance of bodies, the absolute friggin' brilliance of bodies. And actually, I am going to ask you a question, Ryan. We're both like, he said to me before, I hope you're not going to ask me any hard questions. And I went, I thought you were asking me questions. We'll just have a conversation. So, because I can talk about myself in regards to this with my body, obviously. And over the years, I'm in my early 50s now. Over the years, I've had like an exploration with my body that has, I think, fulfilled so many different things, from hating it, like judging it harshly, to being really annoyed by it. Like it's almost like frustrating. It was like got in the way. And then finally realizing, hey, you know what, my body, you can have all these different things in the world, but if you don't have your body, and I want to say your health, I know that sounds like a little whatever, but it's like having your that freedom, that flexibility, that movement, that health with your body, then what's the point of everything else? Like, being here on the planet. And I'm noticing over probably the past 10 years, I would say, is that the relationship I have with my body has changed so much. And interesting enough, my body has changed a lot. I know a lot of people say to me, you're like Benjamin Button, look like you're getting younger all the time. So, and I'm having so much more fun and joy with my body, and like 1,000,000,000% less judgment. And I am acknowledging that there is such a brilliance with bodies and with my body as well. And I'm at El Lugar in Costa Rica at the moment, and there has been so much stuff going on with horse riding, etc. And just being here with the earth, it's amazing. So Ryan, I want to ask you, it's like, what's your relationship with your body being like? Have you always acknowledged the brilliance of your body, or was that a journey for you?
It's a journey, and so my body has changed a lot, and my relationship with my body has changed a lot. And when I say change, I mean it gets better and better, greater and greater, and I'm very sure that it's going to get even better. And so that's what I'm very happy about. I remember actually the first thing that got me to start learning all these things even before access, it was because of I had knee pain like 20 years ago. About 20 years ago. And so, but at that time, I didn't have all this awareness about bodies, about my own bodies. Like, I have a body, I have no idea why or how or what to do with this body. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? And I'm sure this is kind of the same for a lot of people. And when the body has something like a symptom, most people just like try to fix it. They never co-create with their bodies. And that was the same for me as well in the past. So sometimes it kind of worked, but most of the time it didn't work. And then so I kept searching. And surprisingly, very surprisingly, after I found access, I still remember during the foundation class that was like 13 years ago, the facilitator asked me a question that I didn't understand, because I asked her a question, hey, I have this pain, this knee pain that I have no idea why. And then she asked me something. I was like, what? And then she did some clearing, and then boom, it changed.
Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome. It's funny. I love a couple of things that you've just mentioned there. Is most people think that there's something that they need to fix with their body. I just want to say right now, there is nothing to fix with your body. Your body is not wrong. It does not need fixing. I don't care how much pain you're in. Your body's always giving you information. And that's number one, is ask. Like, if you're in pain, like you have something going on with your knee, ask, okay, body, what is this that you're showing me? For me, I always go, I'm so sorry, body, that I'm not as smart as you. Is there a different way that you could show me this? Like, and start with that, rather than we tend to do this like separation with our body and go, oh, my knee is hurting and blah, 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 and have a problem with it, create the separation and think that something needs to be fixed, rather than acknowledging our bodies are brilliant. I had a knee, I think with both my knees actually for quite some time, especially one knee, like for ages, years. Like it just became something that was there. And I remember I spoke to Gary Douglas, who's the founder of Access Consciousness, and he said to me, just put your hands on your knee and ask to generate a new knee, not regenerate, generate a new knee. Just when you're, on the couch watching TV or something like that. So I did. And the way I sleep is on my side. So I would put my hands on my knee and ask to generate a new knee. And when I was watching TV, I haven't had knee problems in quite a few years now. Nothing, just gone. And then there was another last year, I ended up in hospital. I had bulging discs, and they said to me, well, you can't get new discs. And I remember thinking, really? Maybe I can. And I just put my hands on the lower back, and I ask whenever it just pops for me and just say, hey, what would it take to generate, new discs and have ease here? And I am very aware of my body, and there are certain things that I definitely do, like stretching my hamstrings and my glutes and listening to it, especially if you're on stage. Like my hamstrings, your hamstrings get shortened, so I'll make sure I stretch them and do all of this. But I've not had a problem with my body, and I've noticed it's like when listening to it, it's like you can hear like that. I think the brilliance of bodies is in that communion that we have with our bodies that so many of us are ignoring. So how does it get any better than this? So Ryan, talk to me about your 3-day body class facilitator with Access Consciousness, amongst many other things, but we're talking about bodies today. What's the first thing you noticed with the Access body processes?
They're amazing. They are freaking amazing. It's like the bodies are asking for all these yummy, nurturing energies. But most people, like, how should I say? It's like the body wants it, but the beings don't get it. The beings, like, now there's something to fix. But actually, as you said just now, like, there's nothing to fix. The body is always communicating. But it's not that people don't get it. People are so stuck with the need to fix something. Okay, and so when you tell them something that it can be that easy, like running this process, or as what you said just now, just put your hands there, ask to generate new knee or something. I could sense like people that are watching this, like, what do you mean? How can it be that easy?
Yeah.
So people have bought into the structure of this reality, like things have to be hard, especially when it comes to like changing something with the bodies. And what if you ask your body, hey body, like, can it be like, how can we change this? Okay, now I always ask people one thing. So whoever that's watching this, for whatever that you have going on with your body that you have been trying to change or quote unquote fix, what if now you just ask your body, hey body, can you change this? Are you capable of changing this? Most of the time you will get a yes. So your body is actually, with all the brilliance, with all the magic, all the possibilities, your body can generate something new, can heal itself. But it's our fixed point of view with our logical mind that we stop all these possibilities. So the 3-day body class and of course the advanced body classes are inviting us to step into all these possibilities so that we have not just be pain-free. Pain-free is of course one of the targets. It's great. But it's like to have communion and also to co-create with our bodies and have more consciousness.
I love that question you asked. Are you capable of this? Because you're literally getting out of your own way and asking your body. And your body doesn't have this judgment and doesn't have a point of view. Like your body's not judging you, you're judging your body. So if we stopped that, then as we've been talking about, you do have this sense of peace and this sense of joy. And so Ryan is, as I said, the 3-day body class facilitator, and we have many 3-day body class facilitators all over the world. So please, if this is something of interest to you, foundation is the prerequisite for that. But there is so many all around the world, and take those 3 days and go and do a 3-day body class. It's so incredible. And for me, I love it when there's a bunch of people in the room because all the bodies literally contribute to each other. Like as you're running these body processes, and it's very easy, it's very simple. There's a certain energy that we ask for, and then putting your hands on a certain position. You know, it could be like crown and sacrum or something like that. And then you're asking for an energy to run, and then just being really present with the body, and that's it, right? And then we have the 3-day body classes, and then we have the advanced body class, which I have an advanced body class in Mooloolaba in Australia in early November. And so Ryan's going to be there.
Yeah.
Ryan's got a class in Sydney, and I think you've got some in Asia. David Kubis has got one in Melbourne as well, and the Sunshine Coast. So there's lots of body classes that you can go to and then come to the advanced body class. And a lot of people say, oh, what's the difference between both of them? For me, it's like you go to this 3-day body class, there's a whole lot of processes that you learn. So there's these energies that you receive, and then there's a few prerequisites to get to the advanced body class, like Choice for Possibilities, and you must attend 2 of the 3-day body classes. And by the time you get there and all these bodies, for me, it's like you're reaching and seeking and asking for something even greater. Like I just did a class in Mexico City, and it was downtown Mexico City, right? And it was so noisy, and there was sirens everywhere and loud, and literally millions of people, okay? And when we got there, we went, wow, interesting choice for an advanced body class, you know? And can I say the sense of peace that was throughout all of us was incredible. And, you know, I'm lucky enough that I had some people there who were running processes on me at night. And I've never had that really distinguished sense of my molecules being a little bit like, what are we doing? You know, because I flew from Australia to Mexico City, and there's so much going on, and my molecules in my body were just like clanging together, and then receiving this body process, and it was like they just went,
Mhm.
and there was this space between the molecules. It was so freaking beautiful. And the whole class, one of the things I would say about advanced body classes is this sense of peace and joy, and this, like the magic and the miracles from a really, like reaching out there into this universe of possibilities become so palpable. And for me, it's like once you're aware of that, it's really hard to sort of come back to this like finite place that you might choose to function from, so that you'll always have this magic and miracles available for you and your body. That's what I found with the advanced body class and all the 3-day body class, 3-day body processes. Amazing.
I found the same too. That whatever you just said just reminded me of many months ago. I think it was maybe end of last year. Do you still remember? I sent you a video of like a 30 seconds video of a video of the 3-day body class that I was facilitating.
Yeah.
That was in Jakarta, Indonesia. So Indonesia is one of the countries with the biggest population. I think it's number 4 biggest population. So similar things like what you just described in Mexico, like noise everywhere, crowded, you know, whatever. And that was just day 1. As in the beginning, people, you know, they like to talk about, I have this problem, I have this pain, can you poke and pot something for me? But as soon as they started doing the body processes, like it was like maybe 30 minutes later, I was like, oh, wow. It's just like a sense of peace, ease, communion, no fight, just receive, gifting. I was like, whoa. So this is something that I find like, I don't really have words to describe it. It's like money cannot buy things like this. It's like, wow, it's priceless.
Well, that's good. I love that you brought that up too, Ryan, because I mean, I do a lot of business classes, money class. I do lots of classes, and so do you. And one of the things that I look at is, and it's a like if you're on my Telegram thread, it's called Engage with Simone. You can go to SimoneMilasas.com/Telegram. We've got there pinned a class that I did for everybody that's in the Telegram thread. And part of this was looking at all of your whole life and looking at what is it you would like to ask for? What is it you would like to choose? And for me, I went, okay, I started to look at business, money, relationship, sex, body, geographical, like all these different areas, so that I could actually have a look and go, am I choosing what works for me? Or am I just choosing based on what somebody's told me I should choose? With everything, like even with facilitating, I was like, do I actually choose to facilitate? And I indulged in all these different energies, because all of this is energy. And I indulged in all of these different energies to look at all of this, right? And as you said, you can have, like, I have created myself to be successful as per this reality, I would say. Like, I've been hugely in debt. I have money. I have investments. I don't freak out about money anymore. It's not this like, oh my God, how am I paying the rent this week? That's not my reality anymore. I've changed that, right? And one of the last things I did change was my relationship with my body. And I remember looking at all this going, you can have all the money in the world, you can have a really successful business, you can have, beautiful house, all these different things. But if you don't have your body, like, and you're not in communion with your body, what the hell is it all for? And my body really did slam me quite a few times in the past few years, just to sort of be, hey, you need to look at this. You need to look at this. And for me, I think it was actually giving me this like light feather touch, not like this 2x4 in the back of the head. But I really, and even now I'm here in El Lugar in Costa Rica, and I've got my horse here, go horse riding, but I tap into my body every single day. Body, do you want to go horse riding? Not do I want to go horse riding? Do I want to go for a run? Do I want to? And look at that energy when you ask, because so many of us will choose and override our bodies. I notice I'm drinking, like, I love a glass of wine. I love a cocktail, and I'm drinking like 5% of what I used to, because my body's just like, no, like the other day I went, I think my body just likes drinks with flavors. Like, they've got this amazing, beautiful, sparkling lemonade here that's so good. And it's got fresh lemons in it and everything, but it's got no alcohol in it. And I'm really enjoying drinking it. And previously I would have gone, oh, I need a drink or something like that, and I do love to have a drink. Like, I'm not saying no to that, but I'm noticing that when I'm in question and I'm in communion with my body, it's a really different relaxation that is showing up for everything, which also, it creates more with your business and contributes more to your money and your wealth growth as well. Including your body. If you haven't been including your body so far, what if today was the day that you listened to myself and Ryan and went, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with ignoring my body. I'm not going to avoid this anymore or pretend something. I'm actually going to start being in communion with my body and find out what's next here on this adventure of living.
Yes, include your body with everything, not only when you have a need for something. Okay, so let me give you an example of this, because a few days ago I was in David's call. David is doing like a 6-week course about bodies with different topic, and then someone asked me a question, hey Ryan, how do you include your body when it comes to like class creation? And I was like, why do you only include bodies when creating classes? Like, what if it with everything? Not that because of like, okay, this is something that let's say you assume there are some difficulties like with class creation, okay, or creating money. Okay, body, how do we create this? What if it's with your body for everything? Okay, so then when you function that way, this is where you have communion and co-creationship with your body, rather than it's like only using your body for emergency situation. When I need to create something, like, okay, body, how do we do this? Okay, so we would really love to invite all of you, all the bodies, like to co-create together through all these amazing classes.
Yeah. And so I think I don't have my glasses on. He's writing a question there. Can we put the link there too, Graham, for all the 3-day body class facilitators, like where to find a 3-day body class around the world would be amazing. And again, if you want to come to the advanced body class, it's in Milasas. So we're not doing Jakarta or Mexico City for like the busy millions, noise, etc. Milasas is actually a beach area in Australia, in Queensland, Sunshine Coast. So at break, at lunchtime, there's all these restaurants that are, along the beach promenade, I guess it's called, or you can go for a swim. You can go, walk on the sand. You can enjoy your body in a different way. So please, if you're interested in coming along to this, like, what if you started to make your body a priority? Because I do, like, as you just said, Ryan, that was beautiful. Like, don't wait, like, have that, oh, now I need to use my body. No, every day you literally are using your body and being with your body, and your body has trillions of cells, and your body is changing every nanosecond. Will you let it? Will you allow it? Will you ask, what are you capable of, body, that I have not yet asked you for? And be with that. So, Ryan, I would actually like to do something here. I'm going to ask that, because you know the energies that I'm talking about. And guys, if you're listening and this is the first time you've ever heard anything about access consciousness, or you've never done a body process, just put your hand on your body somewhere, like all of us, and just take a moment. You can close your eyes if you want, or you don't have to, but it's like, just take a moment to perceive the energy that Ryan is showing you and that I'm showing you, that the bodies are asking for and so willing to receive. And just as you've got your hands on your body, it's like, ask to be really present with it. And what would it take for you to have that space between the molecules with your body, and know that there's a different possibility, that there's a greater possibility every single day. And this doesn't have to be hard. The mantra of access is, all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. And what ease can you have with your bodies today? Take a breath. And as you breathe in, receive from the entirety of the earth. And as you breathe out, just be super grateful for your body. It's like, I am so sorry, body, that I've judged you since I woke up this morning. I'm going to make the demand of myself that I no longer choose that, and I choose to be in total communion with you, whatever it takes, whatever it looks like. And then the access consciousness clearing statement, everything at that is times a godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. What if today was the day that you made the demand of yourself, because you cannot demand of anybody else, demand of yourself and request of the entirety of the universe to have more possibilities show up with you in your body with ease, joy, and glory. And if you come to a 3-day body class in the ABC, I so look forward to seeing you, and so does Ryan. And if you choose it in a year or 10 years, whatever, that's okay too. You need to choose what works for you. Ryan and I would just like to offer you what we know is available, but you've got to choose what works for you.
Thank you, Simone.
Oh, Ryan, thank you. I so look forward to hugging your body.
I wish I'm now in Aluga.
Yeah, it's so amazingly beautiful here. And if you do join my Telegram thread too, it's or if you're on it, I've been doing like these daily, just a little of Elogar, because it's incredible, like the land and the noises and everything here, and it's such a contribution to your body. And find something for yourself with that today. Like, it could be even watering a plant and just touching the leaves and being really present with it. Or if you have a backyard or a park or something that's not freezing cold where you are, or you could do freezing cold, go out and take your shoes off and just wiggle your toes in the grass or the sand or the soil or the snow, whatever it is. Like, start to have that immense joy that is so possible with your body. Because, like I said, I've been there, done that. I feel like my whole life I've done really shitty things, like had no money, created financial debt, abused my body, like really abused my body with lots of different things, so that I could have these stories and go, life is so much better when you're choosing to be so present with everything that is possible to show up. So Ryan, anything else you want to add?
I think it's really like to let people know, like, to stop fighting against their bodies. I consider myself not fighting against my body that much if I compare myself with other people, but just about 2 months ago, I realized that I was still fighting against my body. I was like, wow, what was I doing? And by getting that realization and changing it, I have peace and ease with my body that I never had before. And I'm so grateful for my life and my body. And this is what I would love to invite more people to choose. And in so many of my classes about bodies, I always give people this thing to think about, to ponder. Like, if you fight against your body, if you win this war against your body, do you actually win?
That's a really great question.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I look forward to seeing you. And thank you, everyone, for being here, whether you're listening now or later. And choose for you. Choose for you and your body.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. And thank you, translators. You guys were amazing.
Thank you.
Bye.